Cassidy, listen, would you stop trying to come into this house looking for money? I can tell that's all you want from us, especially because you just scream parasite. Mimi, I have no intentions of coming into your family to take any money. I just want to marry your brother because I love him a lot and want to be with him for the rest of my life. You liar! You only want to be close to all of us because you know about my family's company and that we have a lot of money right now. And if you want the proof, just take a look at yourself in a mirror. You look like the most moneyless and sad person I've ever seen. I'm sure you're always praying to be given money when you're not on the streets begging. You're calling me poor then? I thought that I looked pretty good in all of my designer clothing. Can't you see that everything I'm wearing is branded clothing? Huh? But you're always coming over here wearing that hoodie and sweatpants like a good-for-nothing shut-in. None of that clothing could possibly be from a good brand, and what woman wears clothing like that anyway? Did you give up on being a woman or something? I just happen to like this style of laid-back, casual clothing. I didn't start wearing all of this just to be called poor and sad by you. I mean, you can call me that all you want, I guess, but I'm just in this type of clothing all the time because it suits me. Then that means it's over for you now. If your sense of fashion is failing you, then there really is no hope anymore. But of course, the fact you have no money doesn't help you any, since that's the only type of clothing you can really afford to wear now. So go right ahead, keep saying that you like that style of clothing, but deep down, everyone already knows you're struggling and will never escape financial hell. How about you stop judging me so much, Mimi? What you just said is not true at all. Anyhow, I will not allow you to become married to my older brother with you looking like that. I am telling you, you are not fit to be standing next to my brother as his wife, okay? Say that all you want, but him and I are already engaged and ready to marry. I've also spoken with Chris's parents about us getting married, and they are both completely on board with it. Huh? You're calling my brother by his first name now? There's no way this is happening. He's my fiancé, though. What else should I be calling my fiancé besides his name? I literally cannot believe what is going on here. You are acting way too friendly with my brother already. Acting like you're actually his fiancé or something now? Well, I am his fiancé, so you don't have to say that I'm acting like one when I'm the one he's chosen to put the ring on. This is only being allowed to happen because both of my parents are really kind and super successful people. I know that they couldn't say no to a poor person like you, and that's the only reason you've been led into thinking you're getting married to my brother. Deep down, both my mom and dad are crying over the fact that they see some useless woman wanting to be with their son. Even if they really are upset about this, they told me they were happy that we planned on getting married, and that's all we needed. Dang it! You really are too selfish. Jesus, all of my family is way too kind to all you lowlifes. I have to make things right here once and for all, or else we'll be taken advantage of by people like you. Stop saying such ridiculous things like that, Mimi. Tell me right now, what about me do you not like? And please be reasonable this time. I hate everything about you. Nothing about you is on the same level as my wealthy family, so you will never be able to fit in here. Your face, your style, your clothing, the way you speak, who gave birth to you, all of it is at the bottom rung of the ladder. It all just screams lowlife. You did a good job fooling my brother into loving you, but I will not be tricked, you witch. Mimi, that kind of thinking is very biased and hurtful. There you go. Now you're trying to preach to me about things like bias just because you're older than me. God, everything about you is inferior to my family. I can just smell your inferiority coming through my phone's screen right now. I knew my senses were too good. Get out of my sight right now, you lowlife trash. Ugh. Excuse me, Mimi, I don't care what you think you're doing, but this is stepping way out of line now. I only just bought this car a little while ago. What? What are you talking about, Cassidy? You're asking me that? You know exactly what I'm going on about right now. This was all your doing. You're so cruel. Just because you found a small scratch on your car doesn't mean you should jump at me saying I'm the one to blame. Cassidy, all you're doing is falsely accusing me of things. Then how come you knew I was talking about this scratch on my car? I never said what happened to my car yet, but you already knew. What? Hold on. After the way you started talking to me, I knew the only thing you could be talking about was a scratch you found on your car, okay? And there is no point trying to blame me for that scratch because I didn't do it. You brat! You're scaring me now. I might go tell my mom about how you're treating me right now. I'll let her know how you're starting to cuss at me right now. She might force you to stay away from my brother after that and have your marriage plans. How revolting. Do you have any clue how expensive this car was for me? What? Well, after having a good look at it, I could see that it's something an old man would drive, so I'm sure it was cheaper than cheap, right? I suppose I could pay you back for the damages to the car if you really want. Considering I'd only have to give you $1 or $2 for that crap mobile. But it wasn't me who actually scratched the car, so there's not really a reason for me to give you any money. The next time you crack another one of those vexing jokes, I'm not going to let you off the hook so easily. I'm sure you see me as being too nice and too stupid to do anything about you, but you are far from wrong. What? Is that you threatening me now? Now I'm actually starting to get a little scared. I'll have to tell my mom about this as well now. She'll have to hear about how her son's fiancé is threatening to do something to her little girl. Then we'll see what ends up happening to you in your future with my brother. What the actual heck, you... I have to act now after what horrors I've already experienced from you so that you and my brother don't actually end up married. I'm going to tell my brother about this as well now, so you're better off moving as far away from here as possible to avoid his wrath. It's already been decided. Chris and I are going to be getting married whether you like it or not. Both of your parents have already said okay to it, and there is nobody who wants to change their mind about it now. I was just trying to warn you there, but you still try to ignore my word. Then I guess I'll have nothing else to say to you, and there will be no mercy in the future. I hope you're ready for what all is bound to come next. That right there is a ton more threatening than whatever I said to you earlier.
Cassidy, I'm so sorry. That scratch on your car, I'm positive it was Mimi that did it.
That's what I've been saying. I am so pissed off right now.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I don't get why, but that kid thinks she wants to pick a fight with you and make you her enemy. I've been yelling at her time and time again about what she's been doing, but all she replies to me with is that I'm being played by you. Well...
Has she always been so insufferable?
I suppose she has been. You could say that she has very strong delusions about how she's always the victim, but to put it into easier terms, she just really loves her family and wants to keep us all safe. And she's always been that way.
That's what I thought. She's even been saying things like that to me recently. And to her, she sees me as this leech who is trying to get into your family for your money. She seems to think that because your parents run a large company, I'm here to try and take all of the money they've earned away from them.
I see. So she really doesn't have any idea about what's really been going on. The thing is, though, she should be well aware of what's been happening, so why...
Well, she does have a lot going on in that little head of hers. But we can't do anything to change her views right now, so let's just get some distance from her and be careful with our wedding.
Yes, let's be as careful as possible. Until that day comes, though, I'm going to be talking with her and seeing if I can find out what's all behind her actions with you. You're not the kind of person that she seems to think you are, and if I tell her from the bottom of my heart that I really do love you, maybe that will change her mind.
I'm blushing a lot after hearing that. But I understand what you're wanting to do. It's no use having me talk with her anymore about things, so I'll leave this all in your hands and hope you come out with a better behaving sister.
I'm not feeling confident in any of this, but I'll try my best with her.
Cassidy, today's the day of your dream wedding, isn't it? How are things looking? Does it feel good to finally be at that stage of your life where you feel like you've latched onto my wealthy family and are able to suck all of our money away? I told you already that is not why I'm marrying your brother. Mimi, you talked with Chris more about this, right? We did have a small one-on-one chat about things before. And at that time, Chris explained to you that he's deeply in love with me, and that's why this marriage is happening, right? My brother is always saying the same exact thing to me, though, every single time, about how he loves you for being such an open-hearted woman and believing in him. He'll then go on about how he loves you so much that he'd take a bullet for you and such. And if I were saying that to you, I understand you not wanting to believe things. But you've heard it all from your own brother now. That is how he really feels about me, Mimi. Can't you just be happy to see your brother happy with the woman he loves and let things be? And that's why I've been saying, no matter how you guys try to spin it, what you've really done is brainwashed my brother. You're really that open-hearted of a woman? That has to be one of the best jokes he's ever told me. How could someone that attacks her fiancé's little sister and then threatens her be open-hearted and kind? I never attacked you back then, and that was not meant to be a threat. I've told you this before. Huh? But you called me a brat before, didn't you? That right there is you verbally harassing me, right? Yeah, fine, I guess I did call you a brat. But you can't call that verbal harassment. Sorry that you took it that way, but I really didn't mean for it to hurt you in any way. It's too late for apologies now, Cassidy. My heart has been hurt by you, and there is no way of healing that wound now. Aww, I've been hurt so badly by you, and I have no idea what might end up unfolding during your wedding today. Hey, I'm going to ask you this only one time. Please act like a civilized adult today. Today is a very important day for your brother and I, and there is a lot of money involved in it as well. Huh? It's not like any of that money was yours anyway, right? Stop acting like it's you who's having to pay for the wedding when I already know my family is the one having to write the check. Anyway, please just behave yourself today, please. This is my one and only wedding, and I want it to go perfectly. Shut up already. I'd hurry up and prepare myself if I were you. Cassidy, has that gone and taught you a lesson now? You really think I'm going to allow you to have this wedding with my brother today? How does it feel now after being pushed from behind into that pool out there? Your mother is being rushed to the hospital right now. What? What do you mean by that? Did something happen to my mom? Did you think you were aiming for me when you pushed your mother into that pool of water? What? Wait, that wasn't you back there that I shoved in? The person you shoved into that pool was your mother before you ran off like a little pansy. How the hell could you confuse her and I like that? And why would you even do something as ridiculous as that in the first place to anyone? What? Wait, but look. But wait, that's just a pool, so it shouldn't have hurt her too badly anyway, falling into it, right? And when you shoved her in like that, her foot was caught by the edge of the pool and twisted. She screamed out in pain after that, and it was obvious that her ankle was broken. That's why we had to call an ambulance to come and take her to the hospital. What? No way. What am I going to do? I never meant to. What have I done? Oh, that's it. I have to tell her. Hey, Chris, is Mom going to be okay? I've been trying to call her for 5 minutes now, but she won't pick up her phone.
Well, of course she's not going to pick up her phone right now because she's on her way to the hospital in pain. Mimi, what the actual frick were you trying to do?
I didn't think that it was Mom then.
Then tell me who the hell you thought that was you were shoving into the pool?
Well, that's not...
You thought that was Cassidy and you were trying to shove her into the pool, right? So what you're saying is if it had been Cassidy, you would have been totally fine with the outcome?
That's not what I'm wanting to say, but I really didn't think things could get out of hand as much as they have been. All I wanted to do was push Cassidy into the pool, and that's it. I thought it could be something we'd all laugh about and nothing else.
How the hell would we all laugh that off? Are you actually trying to get yourself disowned from the family now? Where the hell are you right now, you little crap? Have you run away from the wedding now, knowing very well that you'd get into trouble for this?
What? I'm already on a bus going home now. Tell me what hospital she's going to. I want to go and speak with Mom right now if I can.
No way. You're not coming to see Mom anymore. Do you know how pissed off Dad is right now? If you came here, there would have to be 2 people from our family being hospitalized. You just keep riding that bus back to the house, and when you get there, go to your damn room and think about how much of an ass beating you're getting when Dad gets home.
No way. Hey, please wait. I seriously didn't think that was Mom I was pushing in. That was all an accident.
So it would have been on purpose if you'd pushed Cassidy in? Is that what you're saying?
But Cassidy is trying to marry you in order to get all of our family's money, okay? You, Mom, and Dad, you've all been fooled into believing she's this kind and respectable woman.
Then show me. Where's the proof that she's trying to get to our money?
The proof? I don't have any proof of that. But just by looking at her, you can see what I mean, right? She looks like a complete failure to this society, and the makeup she uses is all cheap.
That's the way she likes to dress. Cassidy loves to wear just casual clothing, something that she can be relaxed in. When it comes to makeup, she likes to be minimalistic.
I heard that from her already, but her car, it looks so cheap.
That car looks cheap to you? That is a $120,000 sports car you're talking about.
What?
Cassidy happens to like the outdoors a lot and wanted a good car that had internals meant for both off-roading and riding the highway. Sure, the color she chose is a bit dated, but the actual car itself is far from dated and is very modern. It's not some cheap old car like you're thinking.
Hold on a second. I was not the one that went and scratched it, though. That was really not me that went and scratched her car. I'm serious right now.
Jesus Christ, why would you be bringing that up right now? Now you're just making yourself look like the one who did it.
But I just told you that I didn't do it. Believe me, Chris.
You think I'm gonna believe anything you say to me anymore? Everyone already knows you were the one that scratched her car.
It wasn't me, though. Hey, we shouldn't be talking about that anyway. How is Mom doing right now? Did you go with her?
I followed behind. She just got to the emergency room a little bit ago and is going in for surgery right now. I have no idea what else they're gonna find, though. She also hit her head at the bottom of the pool, so we have that to worry about as well.
What? But Cassidy told me that she just twisted her ankle and broke it during the fall.
Yeah, she did, but you pushed her in on the shallow side of the pool, which led to her hitting her head as well. After that, she was knocked unconscious for a little bit, and when she came to, she didn't know where she was and started to panic at the sight of her leg. She was then struck by lightning and lit ablaze by it before we put the fire out. She's not in a good place at all now because of you.
What the heck?
You get yourself prepared for when Dad comes home to see you. Now shut up and leave me alone.
Hey, Cassidy, that whole thing about my mom being taken to the hospital in an ambulance was a lie, right? I just figured that out after talking to my brother. Aha, so you figured it out? You must have been paying close attention there then. Tell me, how did you figure it out? He told me about how she had hurt her head after falling into the pool and breaking her ankle, but then went on about her being struck by lightning and being set on fire. Come on now, that was the easiest lie to figure out ever. What the heck? Is he an idiot or something? Then that means the person I ended up pushing into the pool really was you, Cassidy, right? And as a way of trying and making me feel bad, you guys made up that lie about it being my mom that I pushed in. Well, actually, you're wrong there. You really did end up pushing your mother into that pool. Although I kind of want to figure out if your eyesight is all right or not, because there's no way someone could confuse me with your own mother, even from the back. But is that so? Hey, can you please explain what's going on here to me? How is she reacting to this? Us lying to you about her was her idea after she got out of the pool, realizing you were the one that pushed her in. She told us that you have never once taken any responsibility for your actions before, but today would change that. She wanted to get your attention with that lie so you could understand the actual weight of your actions. The weight of my actions? But I didn't even do anything wrong today. Yes, I know. This time your mom came out unscathed and only a little bit shaken up, but when she was falling in, her high heel got caught on the ledge of the pool and the heel broke off. Had the heel not broken under that stress, it most definitely would have been her ankle. Oh. So she wanted to make sure you understood that today. And it's not just your mom that wants that, but your brother, your father, and myself. All 4 of us. I understand now, though. I can see now just how dangerous of a thing I did today. For the time being, this wedding is going to continue the way we had planned it. So we can all talk with you about this later, okay? There are plenty of things we have to make sure you take responsibility for before all of this can be over with. What? Plenty of things? Responsibility?
Mimi, have you finally learned your lesson after today?
Yes, I've learned my lesson. The fact that I was lied to today was a shock for me, though.
Had we not all done that to you, you would have never been able to see the consequences of your actions clearly. You'd better be thankful that something serious didn't end up happening, or else you'd be in even worse trouble.
But I still can't trust that Cassidy woman. She is surely after this family's money.
You already get it, don't you? Our company is far from being in good shape and is pretty much bankrupt now. All you're doing is using that poor young woman to try and run from the truth of our current situation. There is not a single person on this planet that would be wanting to join our family in order to get any money. Not a single person. If anything, most people are trying to get away from us now. People have known for a while now that our company has not been breaking even, and things have only gotten worse as every month passes by. It's like a bomb now that we're waiting to see cook off.
But even if that's the case, you guys are still running that company, right? It's not all over just yet. There's still a chance for the company to be revived and for you guys to start making more money from it again, right?
The reason the company hasn't gone completely under just yet is because of Cassidy.
What?
Cassidy has been the CEO of another company this whole time, and she's been using some of her money to help sustain ours financially.
What? Cassidy? She's a CEO.
That's right, and to be honest with you, she's a far better one than your dad has been, and with far more money than us. And the reason she's been giving us money to keep the company from dying is because she views us as her family. Because of that, we still have a company.
Is that so? But why has Cassidy never told me anything about all of that?
Because she didn't want to cause any imbalance in your guys' relationship. She didn't want to be seen as your in-law, but as your sister, your older sister. That's what she's always been saying to us.
Cassidy wanted that? But is that really something you can say to me without her knowing, Chris?
What?
Well, she was trying to hide something like that from me this whole time, right?
I'm sorry, could you act like you never heard anything about that from me? Actually, that was all a lie. Sorry. Actually, everything I just said to you about Cassidy was a lie. Cassidy is a seriously greedy person who's been trying to get to our money this whole time and won't let me go. She's a monster.
Chris, you are so bad at lying to me. There was a camera overlooking that area? That's right. And on that garage, I have a sensor that turns on the camera whenever it detects motion. And that's why when you came close to my car then, the camera was turned on and started to record you. And there you were, standing next to my car with a small knife, putting a scratch all the way down the side of it. The camera records in 1440, so if you say that it would be hard to tell it was really you using a knife, we can zoom in and see it clearly. But if you already had video of me doing it, why didn't you tell me sooner? I was planning on forgiving you for what you'd done. That car already cost me a lot of money, and getting work done on it is also very expensive. You are still very young, so you probably didn't know that at the time, and I thought that by talking things out with you, you'd come to understand that. But because I never went and just punished you for what you'd done outright, something even worse, like what you've done today, happened. That's why I can no longer think about forgiving you any until you've taken responsibility for what you've done and are punished. This is all for your sake, Mimi. Understood. Thank you so much for that. What was that? I didn't expect you to thank me for that. Yeah, I I really misunderstood you, Cassidy. Actually, I was doing it on purpose that whole time. I was never able to accept the fact that my family's company was going under and wouldn't get any better. That's what I was kind of thinking from the start. But you never said anything about how you were helping us with that, instead wanting to keep this balanced between you and I. And that's why what my brother was saying about you was true. You are a very kind and open-hearted woman. I would like to become someone as respectable as you, Cassidy, and that's why starting today, I'm going to work towards that. I see. Then I'll work on supporting you through your growth. Wait, who did you hear about that from? About me helping your family? What? You just said that I was helping you guys out, right? I was trying to make sure all of that stayed a secret from you. Hold on. That was the wind. Wait. I didn't hear anything from anyone, actually. That was nothing at all. I knew it. You and your brother are both terrible at lying. After that, Chris and I were able to finish our wedding in a safe and happy manner. I then made sure that Mimi ended up paying for my car to have that scratch repainted, and her mom made sure Mimi paid her for the completely ruined dress and for pushing her into that pool. The total ended up being close to $20,000 in the end, so now that girl is having to work her butt off at a couple of different part-time jobs while putting the money into her loan. She was already going to college at the time, so with having to work a couple of jobs and now going home to her parents to help with their company, she is one very busy 20-year-old. I do feel, though, that all of this hard work that she's having to be put through will change her for the better. Mimi and I haven't really talked at all since my wedding, but I'm sure come the holidays, Chris and I will be going back to his parents' place and we'll see her in person again. As for the family's company itself, with the help of their daughter now, and a couple more months of me giving them money, that family's company will get back on its feet and hopefully become independent from me again. A lot of things happened recently, but I like to think that the ending was great in pretty much everyone's case, and I'm happy for that. My car's even been completely repainted now, and you can't tell at all that it had a bad scratch running all the way down it, thankfully. Now, I still have my company to look after, so I'm going back to putting all my focus into it, while Chris and I start our new lives together as a married couple. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Annie, why are you still living in my house? The nerve you must have to still be in a house that was never even yours, right? You're also living there with your mom, allowing her to take up space. Are you an idiot? You don't think that what you're doing is mean to Ian?
What? Is that you, Noah? What are you talking about right now? What do you mean by this house being your house?
You can't be serious right now, right? Who do you think the house you are living in right now belongs to? That house is my little brother's house. You went and brought your mother into that house and both began to squat there. Aren't you aware that you are trespassing on his property right now? I could call the police right now if I wanted to.
Huh? I'm not really sure what you're going on about right now. This house was my late husband's house, your younger brother's house. But after he had passed away, I was given it and am now living here with my mom. It was too big for me to live in alone, so I thought it would be kind of me to have her move in as well. Do you have a problem with me doing that?
That house is brand new, right?
It is. It is, in fact, brand new. And what are you trying to say about that?
There is a widow and her old mother living in a brand new house right now. Isn't that pretty dang funny to you? Even though that house is supposed to be mine.
I really don't get how this is funny to you or how this house is supposed to be yours. I'm pretty sure that this place is not your house. I was the only one on Ian's will when he passed away, making me his legal heir, and the lawyer even said that I'd be the one owning the house. Hence why my name is on it now.
What? Are you using all those difficult words to try and threaten me?
I don't get how any of those words were difficult for you to understand. And no, I was not trying to threaten you. I'm just trying to give you the facts as for why this place is now mine and I'm legally allowed to live here.
The only truth here is that you went and took over my little brother's house. The funeral is well over with now. So could you please get out of there now?
What? Are you really asking for my mom and I to leave our house now?
I sure am. Ian is no longer around to have that house. And that now means that you have no right to live in that house anymore. Inside my head, all I'm wondering is why you think you can still squat there. So would you please hurry up and leave my house? If you guys don't, then we won't be able to move into there, right?
What? Does that mean you want to move into this house? With your whole entire family?
That's what I've been trying to say here. Ian would be much more happy with us living there now. So please, get the heck out of there now, because I'm moving in with my family.
What? Does this mean that your husband is okay with the choice you're making?
Huh? Well, of course he's okay with us moving into that house. Anyone would love to move houses when they are being given a brand new house to move into, right? Especially since it's a house my little brother went and built. That means I have the right to live there now.
But...
No buts. I'm tired of listening to all your excuses about the will said this and how the lawyer said that. I want you out of that house right now. And make sure you take that old hag of a mother with you.
The fact that you'd say that about my mom makes you a real dick. Please be more careful of how you say things to others.
I don't care. Now get out of the house. I want you out of there by tomorrow. We want to move in there as soon as possible. And as far as the talks have gone, we'll be moving into that house next week. So you need to get lost, all right? You unpleasant to look at mother-daughter couple.
I'll talk with my mom about this. Mom, right now Ian's older sister is saying that she wants to live in this house. I know that us having to move out of here suddenly would be really difficult on you, so what should we do here?
Annie, what are you talking about? There has never been a better chance, right?
I should have known you'd think the same thing, Mom. But it doesn't seem like she really understands the state of things regarding the house and all that.
That older sister of Ian's? Nora, is it? I've always had a really bad feeling about the way she acts towards others. And from what I've seen and heard, she tends to treat you the worst, right? I don't think you need to waste your time worrying about trash like her, all right?
You've heard a lot about what happened before then, huh? You're right, though, about her and the fact that she's really put herself on my evil list.
Then, who really cares what happens to her? If she's wanting to take this house off our hands, go ahead and let her have it for all I care. You never really wanted to live in a place like this from the start, right?
Well, that is very true. But, Mom, you moved into this house for me after Ian passed away. Having to move once again is to be hard on you, right? I feel bad about it.
When it comes to that, don't worry about me one bit. Actually, I've been expecting something like this to happen for a while now.
What? You've been expecting this to happen? What do you mean?
In other words, I have a plan for what we're going to do now once we move out of here. Everything is going to be all right, I promise. So go ahead and hand this place over to Nora, and let's go.
All right, I'll do it then. I can't wait to see what you've had up your sleeve. Nora, I just went and chatted with my mom about this. We have decided to move out of this house for you.
Of course you decided to do that. That was the only option you both ever had to begin with.
But are you really okay with taking this house and everything?
Huh? Why would you say it like that?
I'm wanting to make sure you're okay with having your name on this house now. When that happens, you and the house will have nothing to do with my mom and I anymore, right? Will you be okay with something like that? I mean, Ian is gone now. Honestly, that means that once we're moved out of here, you'll be nothing more than a stranger to us again. So please, leave us alone after the move. I don't really want to see or hear from you again.
I knew you'd find a way to be freaking rude about this. But don't worry your little socks off, because I completely agree with what you want and will leave you alone after. I never want to see your sad excuse for a face again, so of course I'm not going to talk or see you anymore.
That's what I expected you to say. Then it's a deal.
You have always been such a freaking weirdo, you.
A weirdo? Why's that?
Well, let me tell you why. You've been living in a house that isn't even yours anymore, along with your old mother. Why?
Well, there were a lot of things that went into it, and after Ian passed, the house was given to me and my name was placed on it.
I don't want to listen to your dang excuses anymore.
Then why did you...
I can't believe you do something so audacious as living in that house after my brother died and his funeral was over with. That's the house my little brother had built, so it's mine. Now get the hell out of there, you dirty parasites.
All right, we're going then.
I want you out of there by the end of today.
By the end of today will be a little hard for us to manage, but we'll make sure to be gone before next week. I have to make sure that things like the house itself are transferred to you before I go. You are fine with your name being on the house and all of the legal documents being filled out correctly, right? If I were to leave the house now and do all the paperwork for it later, that would take more time and be a pain in the butt for the both of us. You don't want things to be a pain in the butt for you, right?
Well, now that you mention it, I'd really hate that. All right then, I'll give you a few days to get yourselves out of there. But the moment the house has been placed under my name, I want you guys gone. Don't even think about squatting in that house a day longer than I'm allowing.
Neither my mom or I plan on doing that, so please calm down. Once everything's been taken care of, we'll be out of here and out of your hair. I want you guys to be able to move into this house as soon as possible.
I don't really like the way you said that to me. But it doesn't matter. Hurry up and change the name on that house, and then get the heck out, you trespassers.
Understood. Now, please, wait for me to finish up all the paperwork.
Answer your dang phone already. Why do you keep ignoring me like you don't know who this is? I have been calling you over and over and over, so you'll answer.
I have nothing to talk with you about over the phone, and that's why I've been ignoring you. Do you need something from me?
Of course I have something I need from you. Why else would I have spent so much time calling you like that? Well, who cares? At least you're finally going to talk to me. I had to look at all the paperwork referring to the loan on this house, all right?
You did? Just now?
Moving into this place took a lot longer than I was planning, and we were busy. So what the heck is up with this number? What kind of joke is this supposed to be?
What kind of a joke? There is no joke, okay?
Then how do you explain the price of this loan being so gosh dang high for this house? There's no way a house like this could have cost so much. Who the heck would even be able to pay off that much of the loan each and every month? What kind of BS is this? I'm being harassed right now, aren't I?
Nothing about that loan and that number are there to harass you. I made sure when handing over the house to you that you got all the paperwork on everything regarding it. But you never read any of those papers before signing, so all of that is on you now. I mean, you'd been wanting a brand new house forever, but your husband was never able to give you one, right? With that company he only just got started and hasn't really made any money with yet, there was no way for him to get a mortgage, and so you chose the hard way of doing things, right? Forcing my mom and I to leave the brand new house of your deceased little brother, and that's what ended up happening. You have the house that you've been wanting now, right? Why aren't you more happy about that? That's a brand new house for all of you.
But what I'm saying is that I cannot pay off a loan of this caliber. This has to be some kind of screwed up joke that you're pulling on me right now, right?
Nothing about you taking that house from me was a joke, Nora. And that number is the cost of having a brand new house built in this day and age. That's actually why both my mom and I are thankful for what you'd done.
Thankful for what I've done? What do you mean by that?
To be honest, I was never going to be able to pay off that whole mortgage all by myself after Ian passed away. I had to ask for my mom to step in and help me out with it. My dad, who's also gone now, happened to have a lot of money he left with my mom.
What?
But because Ian went and got that massive loan or whatever without talking to me first, my mom and I had to suffer in order to try paying it off. It's not like we could have said no to the lawyer when he told me to take the house. And when we tried selling the house, we were told we had to have a portion of the mortgage paid off before doing so, or else we'd be penalized. It just wouldn't have been worth it to sell. So as a last resort, my mom sold her house and moved into that one to live with me.
What the heck? I never heard anything about that story before.
I know. You never asked me about it before, so I never had a reason to tell you.
Wait. Even if I didn't ask, the normal thing to do was tell me about it. Now you've left me in this massive pile of trouble. So what you're saying is you had your mother helping you pay for this place?
Well, to put it simply, that's right. And when Ian was still around, she was helping us with the money. Ian really sucked at controlling his spending and would burn through money on the most ridiculous things sometimes. He really caused some trouble for my mom back then.
What? I assumed that Ian had saved up a lot of money, and that's how he was able to afford such a loan and get a brand new house. That is completely different from what I thought.
And whatever you were assuming really isn't my problem now, is it? You can go about thinking whatever you want to and assuming what you want to, but it does not change the fact that you and I were never that close. You never wanted to be close, and that's totally fine with me now. Which is kind of why I never told you anything about your brother, because we were simply not close.
I mean, I guess it makes some sense. But come on, this amount of money on a house like this is insane. Had you at least warned me before this?
And that is the reason why I let you have all the paperwork to the house to read through before signing, right? The fact that you did not choose to read over everything carefully is your own fault. Talking to a complete stranger about your problems is kind of rude, right? If you have anything else to complain about, go to Ian's grave and complain to him there. The only downside is he won't have anything to say back to you.
My little brother only just died a few months ago, and I'm still having to deal with that sadness. Yet this has to happen to me now? This is all screwed up big time. Having to pay this kind of money for months to come, it's...
I hope you're not about to ask me to start paying off that loan from you right now. I already was forced to endure the pain of having been cheated on him before and will not be forced to bear any more. Sure, I would have had to before when I was living there, but then you came along after his funeral and started talking crap to me. Talking crap about my mom as well and asking for us to give you our house. I was really happy when you did that because I wouldn't have to deal with any more of Ian's BS anymore. Finally. So when it comes to that loan being too much for you to handle, don't come back to me complaining. You passed grade school and learned how to read, so start blaming yourself for not doing something basic and take that loan like a punch to the face.
This is my fault. I'm sure that it partially is, but I really cannot pay all of this off, so would you be able to step in for me?
Tell me, Nora, have you always been completely brain dead?
But I cannot pay this kind of money right now. And I can't go telling my husband about this. This number... I don't want to know what he'd have to say to me if I told him.
Well, he's going to have to learn about it eventually, right? This was the outcome of the choices you made, so deal with it, please, like all of us adults do. And cut it out with that petty crap of asking me to pay now. Not happening. You know now that my mom and I are strangers to all of your problems, right?
But you were able to pay for last month's bills, right? If we were even able to pay for a month in this place, we'd go under. You don't think that you could do me a favor here?
Nora, that is the most bullcrap favor I have been ever asked to do. Both my mom and I do not care about your problems. You were the one that wanted that house and allowed for your name to be put on it, right? You guys figure out how to pay for it yourselves, please.
Annie, you were once Ian's wife, right? Do you not feel anything for Ian's older sister now?
Oh, so now you want to talk about this, do you? Those feelings of being in-laws were flushed down the toilet years ago, by you as a matter of fact. That is why you messaging me like this needs to come to an end. It's a waste of your time and a waste of mine. Figure something out yourself, please. That right there is the fruit of all your hard labor.
Annie, are things all right with you? I'm sure she was just in shock over the cost of having to pay off that mortgage, right?
She was, because she only learned about that today. And I'm shocked that it's been weeks now since then, and she only just got around to learning just how much a brand new house costs.
Well, considering what she was asking for, you would have thought she would have read into what came with that house sooner. I bet her husband is just as shocked as she is now, right?
From what she said, she hasn't even told her husband yet. She just came to me to ask that you and I pay off the loan.
Well, the name on that house is hers now, so there is no reason for us to get involved with that anymore. You made the right choice getting a lawyer involved when you did. They were able to help us cut all ties to that house, and now we're free from it.
Yeah, but that was partially due to you too, Mom. I never knew that you had been renting out your house that whole time instead of selling it. That allowed you to move into my place with me for a bit without having to throw away some of your things, and you were making a passive income off of it. You really are a smart woman, Mom.
I was doing that because although the mortgage for Ian's house was large, I didn't need as much money to support the both of you right away. I really did think about selling the house at first, but considering I have a lot of memories with your father in that house, renting out the house would get me the money you needed, while also allowing me to keep the place while a good family lived there. And since the house is in a good location, I have never had a day where there wasn't someone wanting to rent for a week or two.
Thankfully, because of that, we had the money to move into a new apartment that won't bleed us dry of all our money now. You have to be thankful for that, right?
I never ever thought that your father was going to die so soon, and that soon after your husband would follow. At least you and I are able to live together now, and can rely on one another for the love and care we need. Just make sure to ask me for whatever you need, okay?
As long as you and I are together, I won't need to ask anything more from you, Mom. Having you around keeps my life from becoming dark and lonely. Also, before Ian passed away, I was actually considering divorcing the man.
I should have known that. I guess I kinda did, but was a little bit worried about getting carried away with my thoughts.
Wait, you were thinking the same thing? I guess I really can't hide much from you, can I?
I've been your parent for over 30 years now, so of course I'd be able to tell what's going on with you and your husband. But I just never wanted to truly accept that you'd get divorced. And speaking of that divorce, you never were able to go through with it because of his early passing, right? I'm still a bit worried about how you're feeling now because of that.
Sorry for making you worry, Mom, but thank you. Because of you, I'd been trying my hardest to get through all of this. In return for that, I'm going to work even harder at my job and bring in enough money to be able to support you.
I don't need you doing that for me. I just want you to focus on your own life, please. You're only in your 30s after all. You are still far too young to be throwing your life away for someone else's. Do whatever you want to do with your life, okay?
All right, I can do that. I won't start focusing on my own life completely just yet, but soon after I've gotten used to putting a lot more time into my career, I'll get to it. Honestly, I'm just so relieved right now to have that massive burden of a house mortgage off my back. I like to think that was more than enough luck for me.
Very true. You really came out on top this time for sure.
Thank you, Mom. Mom, I'm serious when I say that I really appreciate you. You just keep on being rude, Nora. What is it that you want to tell me this time? I don't think you should have any need for me anymore, but...
Annie, I am so sorry for all the things I've done to you up until now. I'm asking you to please rethink our relationship with one another.
Come on. Rethink our relationship with one another? What are you going on about right now? You and I should not be talking to one another anymore now, right? So what has happened to you this time?
My husband left me. He told me he can't afford this place before he left. I knew he was going to be pissed off when I told him. He told me that the only reason he moved into this place is because I told him I got it for cheap. And now he's so pissed at me that he won't even answer my calls anymore. What should I be doing now?
Ugh, I think what your husband did was the right choice. And bringing all of that up with me is a waste of the both of our time now.
I've learned my lesson. I was thinking a lot about why I said all of those things to you before that were so mean and unreasonable. And that's why now I want you to come back here and live with me. Of course your mom can come along with you. You and I were family, right?
I have never lived with you before in my life, and I have no plans of ever doing that. We're not even family anymore as far as I'm aware. Is there any reason at all as for why you're texting me all of that right now?
No way. You've just cut me out that easily? Don't you feel mean for doing that?
I'm just telling you the truth. I think it's a very good thing that you finally learned your lesson, though. You were supposed to learn your lesson after something like that, after all. But you now trying to wrap me back into your problems is really troubling for me. I already had to deal with being stabbed in the back by your little brother and then having to clean up his mess after he left this world, making me more like his housekeeper than his wife. If you don't want to do the same things he did to me, then as an older sister, you need to clean up your act and leave me alone. You're not wrong when you say that that house was built by Ian.
Annie! You are right. But what am I going to do from now on? I've already been abandoned by both of my parents.
You are still pretty young yourself, so find a way to turn that life of yours around. But don't waste your time trying to get me back. Use it to change yourself in the best way possible so that you still have a chance at a better life. Your best option is to sell that house entirely, pay the penalty, and then use whatever money you have left to start over. Well, that's if you have the money to pay that penalty, of course. Just do your best to figure something out. I'm in the same place you are right now, and I'm giving my all to turn things around.
Annie, I am really embarrassed right now. I am really sorry for all the things I've done.
Stop it with those apologies, please. Let's you and I do our best. You and I are both still young, and I believe that we can make new lives for ourselves after everything that's happened. Goodbye forever now, Nora. After that, I started to head back to work a lot more often again, and after a few months of really putting in some good effort, I received a promotion and was able to start making some real money. With that, I would have to be working a lot more every week, but had enough money now where I could support my mom financially and allow for us to no longer have to rent out my mom's house. She would stop putting the place up for rent, and once we felt we had the time to, we started to prepare all the things in our apartment for the move back into that house, so my mom could be back with all her memories of my dad. Luckily, her house is closer to my workplace, so it's really a win-win for the both of us, and I really look forward to what new memories the both of us will be able to make here. I'm not sure what really happened with Nora after that day, but I never got any more calls or texts from her, and after seeing that the house she was in went up for sale, I could see that she too was trying her hardest. I'm going to assume that means she's gone out to find herself a job as well and is working towards getting a new place of her own to live in after that house is sold. I never really heard anything about what happened with her husband, though, after he walked out on her. But the way I think things would have gone, the man probably divorced her. Ian always made it sound like he was a pretty stingy and strict man when it came to Nora, so I'm sure that having been lured into moving into a house that was not anywhere close to cheap, any trust that he had in Nora was lost right then and there. I'm sure that losing him is going to really hurt her quite a lot, but it is a good learning point for her, and considering that she's still in her 30s as well, she'll have a chance of finding a new man and starting a new family with him. As for the relationship between her and I, or lack thereof, we should never have to see or talk to one another again, but I do think that the both of us will start having better lives now after what's happened. I just hope she wasn't lying when she said she learned her lesson, because that really was her last chance to turn everything around.
This is Wyatt's little sister, Emerald. Is it really true that my older brother is getting married to a 35-year-old grandma?
It's about time you came and introduced yourself to me, Emerald. This is Wyatt's fiancé, Mia. Glad to finally be able to talk to you. I'm aware that we'll be able to see one another in person tomorrow, but I'd like to know why you're messaging me now.
The reason why I've taken time out of my day to talk to you is to let you know something in advance.
In advance? What do you have to say?
Do you really think you can marry my brother? You're an old hag, Mia.
Just 1 second. What is up with you calling me that? You and I have never even met one another in person yet, but you're already going to act this rude towards me?
I'm not being rude to you in any way. Wyatt is only 30 years old still. However, why is he choosing to marry some old 35-year-old grandma? That's pretty weird of you guys, if you ask me.
Our age at this point doesn't really seem to matter when it comes to us getting married. Both him and I don't really mind the 5-year gap at all. But are you telling me that because I'm 35 and he's only 30, that I should stop trying to get married to him?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Do you even know how old I am? I'm 25 years young. You are a whole 10 years older than me. I have no desire to call someone that old my sister in any way.
Don't tell me that you have some sort of strange relationship to your brother. I can understand you being a bit put off by our age gap, but it's not your choice to choose who your brother gets to marry. Are you upset to see that the brother you love so much is going to become even more happy with me? I'd have thought that if you loved him this much, you'd be just as happy to see him get married to the woman he loves. And don't feel as though you'll get left out, because I really want to become closer with you as a family. So I'd like it if you could stop calling me Grandma, or anything else along those lines, and refrain from doing anything strange.
This is all common sense for people these days. But what the hell do you think you're doing talking to me like that, Grammy? I bet you wish you were as young and beautiful as me. Now, listen to me. Your guy's marriage is over.
Yeah? That seems to be what only you want, right, Emerald? Us getting married or not is only up to myself and Wyatt. And we've chosen to go ahead with it and tie the knot. So, hearing you say things like that is a bit unsettling. Do you think you can stop saying things like that and work together with me to become friendly sisters?
There's nothing in it for me to become friends with you. It'd only be a waste of time because in no time my brother will be throwing you away.
If you have the time to sit on your phone and make horrible comments about your brother and I, then you must have the time to be out finding yourself a job, right? We're all worried about you. Your parents, your brother, everyone around you.
Huh? What is wrong with you? I'm not going easy on you now. My parents are not worried about me, you idiot. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen tomorrow. And you should too. You'll learn to regret saying things like that to me.
I never thought that you'd be so rash as to want to start a fight even before meeting in person. Well, I'll look forward to tomorrow like you've asked. If you have something you feel has to be said to me, then do it tomorrow when we can both see one another face to face.
You dunce! Now that your face is all gross, you think you can go home now? Get the hell out of here! And while you're on your way home, can you tell my brother goodbye forever and be finished with him?
Are you that deranged, Emerald? Are you even aware of what you just did to me?
I just made sure that you felt what I had been saying to you.
Felt what you've been saying? What are you saying? This was the first time in a while that I'd been able to see Wyatt's parents, and you came along and punched me right in the face because you're too attached to him. You just punched me! Are you unaware that that right there is a crime?
Well, now that you've been punched, you understand now, right? How I've been feeling and all that?
If anything, I've only become more confused now.
Me punching you in the face is my way of forgiving you for asking for my brother's hand in marriage.
What?
So now you can call it a crime or whatever you want from now on, but I'm going to become your family. And so you can't do a thing about me.
Understood. So that was your goal. Who the hell do you think you are, though? Punching me in the face is a way of forgiving me for wanting to marry your brother. Do you really think you have the right to tell me not to get the police involved now as well?
I'm going to become your sister-in-law now. So you can't touch me. Do you really want to get the police involved and have this family torn apart? I'm letting you have your wedding now to my brother, and you just want to throw that all away like an idiot.
You have no right acting so tough, like you get to control what goes on in your family.
I do. And that's why I punched you in the face. It was for the protection of my brother. A form of self-defense, right?
You might want to look in a dictionary one more time to make sure you understand what that term actually means, okay?
Well, I'm letting you marry him now, so you should be happy. I had my fun punching you in the face, and so now you are forgiven for taking my brother from me. You and I will become sisters soon, so you can't still think that calling the police on me will work, right?
I no longer have a little sister.
Huh? Is that you, Wyatt?
This was the last straw, Emerald. You really did it this time, laying your hands on my fiancé. Do you really think I'd let you get away with something to that degree? I no longer have the care to be around you anymore. I only care about those that look past violence and actually act their age when it comes to situations like these.
No, wait, Wyatt! What's gotten into you? Why are you being so mean to me right now? Did I do something wrong to you?
You really cannot see that laying your hands on a stranger is wrong? I think you have something seriously wrong with your head for not seeing a problem here. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. You're no longer my sister.
Wait, what do you mean I'm not your little sister now? I'm still your sister, aren't I? I'm your cute and forgivable little sister, right?
You're nothing to me now.
Huh?
You will never come around me or Mia again. And when it comes to our wedding, you're going to be blacklisted. I have had enough of your crap, Emerald. And I'll be talking with Mom and Dad more about what's happened.
Huh? Wyatt? Calm down a little. I don't understand what you're going on about right now.
I'm sure you don't understand what's going on right now, and that's the frickin' problem. But if you want to get a grasp of the situation, go take a lesson in Common Sense 101.
Wyatt? Oh, wait a second. What are you saying to me?
Right now, your brother is talking to his mom and dad.
Mia. What the hell was all that? Was that really my older brother talking to me?
It sure was.
Why would he say things to me like that? I don't believe for a second that my brother would ever speak to me in that kind of manner. There's just no way he'd be that way towards me. You were just trying to mess with me, right?
Yo, take a look around the situation you're in, you ding-dong.
Uh-huh.
I've had enough of you acting like a spoiled child. You just punched me in the face and are acting as though there was nothing wrong with it. You should know that doing that has broken the relationship you had with Wyatt. Because what you just done was nothing less than assault. Even if you say that that was your way of allowing me to marry your brother, I don't need your approval, Emerald. Him and I already chose that we are getting married. And that's the thing. Him and I are already married. We handed in our marriage forms already.
Huh? Is that so?
But I can understand you not even being able to realize that. I wanted to tell you before, but I knew you would never listen to me. So that's why you never knew about us.
You shouldn't have to say anything like that to me. Do you find it okay to make me feel bad about things?
I don't care about how you feel anymore. Ah, it seems Wyatt has finished talking with his parents. They are saying that they are cutting ties with you as well and that you will be kicked out of their house for what you've done.
Huh? I'm the one getting kicked out of their house. What are you going on about now?
Well, not only was Wyatt left speechless after what you did, but so were your parents. They are thinking that disowning you and sending you away is the only course of action now.
But that's not going to go well for me. I don't even have a job right now. What am I supposed to do if I get kicked out of their house?
You don't know what to do. You should know that by the age of 25. You get yourself off your butt and take care of yourself.
Even if that's what I'm supposed to do, that takes time. Right. Let's the two of us get close to one another now.
Yeah?
Sorry about that punch to your face just a bit ago. But that was just me hitting you in the head with my shoulder.
I beg to differ. I think I felt the full force of your fist to my left jaw.
It's over now, so just start being nice to me. We can just act as though that stuff never happened between us. Just call it a little accident that we had. We are going to become family from now on, and you and I can become close sisters.
Because of what you've done, I'm going to say no. You know dang well by now that you and I are not going to be able to become close to one another now.
Why not? What did I do that was so bad?
Really? You still have no clue what you've done wrong, Emerald. Because of what you've done, your older brother is cutting ties with you. And so you and I will never be seeing one another again. How about you take some time now to think about all that you've done?
I'm sorry. There, I apologize to you, so now things can go back to normal. You'll forgive me now, right? I was just a little upset that you were taking Wyatt away from me. But listen, I will not be able to make it on my own if he leaves me. So tell him to stop acting that way, and also tell me why my parents want to kick me out of their house. I can't believe that my parents would say something like that about me. They are my own family, so they're all being real jerks. Not only did you want to take my brother from me, but now you even plan to take my house away from me.
I'm not planning to take anything from you. You're just being kicked out of there is all. My marriage to Wyatt has already been decided on. However, you chose to let loose on me for nothing. And as for your parents wanting you out of that house, I have no say in it. That literally has nothing to do with me, right?
What do you mean it has nothing to do with you? Don't start acting like you don't care about what's happening to me.
Well, I'm sorry, Emerald, but I don't care what happens to you. Your whole situation that you've gotten into with your parents is between you and them now.
But the reason they want to kick me out of the house is because of you. If you would have never came around my brother from the start, I'd not have to be freaking out over anything.
Jeez. I guess there's no helping you then, is there? Well, let me ask you something. Do you think it's okay to punch a stranger?
That has nothing to do with me right now.
The thing is, it does have something to do with you right now. You can't just expect to punch someone and get away with it at your age. I'm going to make sure that you are handled by the law now. You'll be paying me a great amount for the damage you've inflicted on me.
What should I do? Mom looks like she's really pissed at me, and I'm not getting any replies from Wyatt anymore. Do you know why they're acting like that?
Perhaps. And this is just speculation on my part. But perhaps they are avoiding you? Well, I think they're all doing the right thing by avoiding you.
I can't be bothered with this. Go and do something about them.
There's nothing I can do to help you now. I think your only choice now is to shut up and prepare yourself. This has all happened because of your childish actions. And not only has it affected your relation to your family, but you'll have to talk to the police now too. And while that's happening, I ask that you stay away from Wyatt and I.
Talk with the police? Why do you have to have them come?
Why? Emerald, I know that you have less than a brain cell left in that ball of yours, but do you not even comprehend what violence is? What assault is?
Assault? I didn't do anything like that.
For crying out loud. It's because of your mental disabilities that you've made a huge problem out of literally nothing here. You're not allowed anywhere near us anymore, okay? Not even to our wedding.
Oh, right. If I come to the wedding, then I'll be able to see my brother again. My family will be there too, and I can get them all together and chat about what they've done to me. My parents are asking that I stay away from them right now. I'd never thought that they'd say such nonsense to me for no reason.
Emerald, I hate you. I just said for you to not come. You are blacklisted, meaning you come and security will walk you off the property. But hey, if you want to test those waters, then be my guest.
Mia, it's getting time that you let all of that go. Are you really supposed to be this upset with someone when you're 35 years old? I've already learned from my mistakes and just want to be happy sisters now.
I'm going to call the mental hospital after I'm done talking to the police for you. We are way past us becoming happy family, so don't even mention that to me. You had your chance to act like an adult, but that's long gone now.
I am acting like an adult right now. Stop trying to make me feel bad about myself. It's not like I wanted to end up this way in the start. So please, help a sister out. Let's you and I become great sisters. Let my brother know that you and I have made up.
Enough of that. I'm over talking with anymore. If you want to still talk to your brother about any of this, then you try calling him yourself. I am tired of listening you go on and on like a broken record. It's seriously not going to get you anywhere now. You have gone too far to take any steps back from, okay?
Why? You're going to throw me away?
Hell yeah! Now bye. I recommend not stepping an inch into our wedding, okay? We wouldn't want you taking any punches to that empty ball of yours now, would we?
After that, Emerald was kicked out of her parents' house for good. And with nowhere left to go, she went straight towards Mia and Wyatt's wedding, forcing herself into it. However, right when she was about to open the doors to the chapel, she took a huge hit to the side of her head by one of the security guards, as Mia already told them that Emerald was not allowed in and was wanted by the police. And just like that, the police came and got her while she was still unconscious on the floor. Of course, since her parents no longer viewed her as their child, when she arrived at the police station, there was nobody willing to come and get her. She was told that she would be arrested for assault, unless she decided to start acting like a good girl and go on probation. And as of this time, she hasn't made her choice. It's amazing how far she went to make sure that nobody would take her brother away from her. But at the age of 25, you really shouldn't have that kind of toxic attachment anymore. Whatever path she chooses next time, though, I'm sure it will not be her last time getting involved with the police. I personally think she'd be better off in a psych ward. But at least now there's a restraining order on her, so she'll never be in my surroundings again.
Hey, Kim. When are you and Mason planning on staying here till? I kind of want you guys to leave. Morgan, hi. I was just going to ask you something. I might come home late tonight, so can you vacuum and clean the kitchen for me? Why me? You don't work, so why don't you do it? You're my servant, so come clean the house and then leave. Wait! I'm in the middle of something right now. OMG, I might win about $100. Are you gambling right now or something? Wow. I have no words. Hey, I can't cook or take a shower. Come home immediately. OMG, I can treat myself with something expensive tonight. Deciding between Kobe beef or sushi. Are you listening to me? I want you and Mason to leave. Nick is going to live with me after he comes back from his business trip. You two are a waste of space. Guess what? The guy next to me bought coffee for me. I think he wants me to split the cash that I won. Can you even listen properly? Ugh, you're such a low-level person. Call me high-level because I can live off with just money from gambling. People who gamble are the low levels of society. You are such a bad influence to my child. Can you leave? To your child? You didn't even give birth yet. Shut up. I came back to give birth, but it's going to be stressful if the two of you are here. I'll be there when you give birth. Plus, you'll be able to relax if I'm not at the house. OMG. Please just come home and clean the house. Wait. You wanted me to leave a minute ago, but you want me to come back now? Okay. You know what? I'm turning into an idiot. I can't believe Mason chose someone like you. Sorry. I'm gonna go grab a drink with the guy that bought me coffee, so I will come home late, okay? Wait. What? Are you serious? Yeah, it's a long story. Oh, I think Mason is going home soon, so if you have something to say, can you tell him? I have nothing to say. Please pack your bags and leave the house with Mason. If we leave, can you send my stuff later? It's going to be a bother to carry, so... Sure. No problem. I might sell the valuable stuff you have, though. Thanks. I feel really bad for making you send this stuff to me, though, so... I don't want you to do that, so I'm deciding to stay. See? Your attitude is pissing me off. I don't want a dirty parasite like you two to live in my house, so I will kindly leave your stuff outside the house.
Do we need to leave the house? That's a problem, because it's going to take a while to find a new place.
Sorry, but Morgan will not shut up about it. When are you coming home? I want you to check on her.
I was playing with a wild boar in the woods, but I'll go home now.
Oh, communing with nature. How nice. Anyways, I can't leave yet, so can you check on her?
What are you doing, by the way?
I'm grabbing a drink with the guy that I got to know while gambling.
Gotcha. Then let's meet up at Kim's house tonight and spend the last night there.
Sure. See? Wasn't it easy to pack your bags since I left your stuff outside the house? Oh, what happened to the story of you sending my stuff? What? I did send it to you. From the house to the backyard. Thank God a parasite like the two of you left the house. Pretty sure my parents will be happy about this too. I did something good. Did ya? Let's see about that. What's with the attitude? I did do something good. Did you talk to your parents? No, but it was obvious that they wanted to kick you out. So, I was so glad because it'll be a curse to me to put someone who can't have a child in this house. So, bye. Kim? I keep getting calls about rent from the management company. What the hell? Did you do something? Oh, getting calls means that you're not paying the rent. Shut up! I know that. Why are we getting charged for the rent? It's our house. Yeah, it's frustrating, right? But they are doing their job, you know. I don't understand why I need to pay the rent. Morgan, you promised with the owner that you will pay the rent every month, right? Wait, rent? Oh, you didn't know? You didn't hear anything from Mason? Mason can't even have a decent conversation. Can't believe that he's my brother. So, you were paying the rent every month? Yeah, Mason and I were paying about $2,000 every month. It was so expensive. What? Wait, what should I do? I've been paying the rent from my account, but since I left the house, I told them that you'll pay from your account, so I put their info on the fridge for you. What I'm trying to say is, how the hell can I pay for it? Good luck with that. Mason, there is no way I can pay the rent, so can I borrow money?
Why don't you ask Mom and Dad?
I did, but they said they can't help because they spend too much money on gambling. I didn't hear anything about this. Did you know about it?
Oh, damn. There's a lot of people doing gambling around me.
Just answer my question.
Don't know. But isn't the weather nice today? How about doing the laundry?
Who cares about that?
Oh yeah, you have the dryer at home, right?
Okay, you know what? I'm wasting my time talking to you. You should change that about you.
I think I looked at the sun too much because I'm literally blind now.
Why don't you take me seriously for a minute? I'm your sister. Why didn't you tell me about the rent and about Mom and Dad?
Well, you are the one that kicked us out, so I think it's wrong to ask us when you need help. Also, about Mom and Dad, we were the ones that were paying rent and helping them. But what were you doing? You were living in the city partying every night, not even contacting us.
What?
Kim and I moved back to the house simply because it was cheaper, and it's been almost 10 years since I came back. So I wasn't hiding anything because you didn't contact us.
Oh, about that.
Such a beautiful day. I should go to the woods today.
Sorry, but whatever you say, it's a no for us. We bought a condo, so there is no way we are leaving here. Wait, I truly apologize from the bottom of my heart, so I want you guys to live with me again. It's the top floor of the condo. That's awesome, right? I wanted to live in a house surrounded by nature, but wanted to experience the live life also. Whatever. Hey, if you have money to live on the top floor of a condo, why not help me? I can't do that. The guy I met last month at gambling was a real estate related asset owner, and since I was his favorite, I was able to buy this place for a cheap price. What? Are you serious? Yup. You never know where you're going to get a connection. By the way, if you can't pay the rent, why don't you move somewhere else? I can't. I don't have any savings left. Well, how about Nick? He's your husband, right? I can't tell him that we need to pay rent. Also, I thought that we didn't need to pay the rent if we moved here, so we didn't save up any money. Wow. I feel bad for the kid to have parents like this. Anyway, work this out with him, okay? Bye. Wait, are you just going to leave me? I'm really sorry, so can you help me? There's no need to, so good luck with everything. Okay then. I will leave this house because there is no way I can pay rent. I have no choice but to run away. You shouldn't do that. Shut up. I can do whatever I want to. Wait. There's a wild boar in front of the house. Oh, I think that's the wild boar that Mason was friends with. Is it doing okay? I can't leave the house. It's staring at me. Don't you think it's a gift from God saying to not leave the house? Maybe so. I know that I need to get myself together. Oh, now you know? I didn't realize until you told me. You finally realize now how selfish you've been all your life? I can't run away from this, right? Wow! I can't believe that a wild boar can change one's mind. I'm going to talk to Nick about this, so wish me luck. You should do that. I'm so glad that you're regretting your life decisions. Hey, why don't you come live with us again? I was only thinking about myself and not you guys. Sorry, but can't do that because we will be a parasite to you and I'll be a curse to you. Morgan decided to stay at the house, but when she told Mike about the rent, they fought a few times, but he finally understood her and helped her pay for it and started looking for a new place. Mom and Dad were aware that they were just a waste of space and felt bad, so they both started working part-time. Morgan gave birth and is having a hard time raising a child while paying for the rent, so we started to help her financially. But I was thinking, why not live together? So we all helped each other while raising money, and believe it or not, we all started to live together in one house. It's all thanks to the man who I met while gambling. I didn't expect for this to happen. You never know what's going to happen in life.